Food Muscle. I'm your host Santiago, and today I'm going to be making you guys a tapioca veggie rolls with the Smackdown sauce, man. And it's called a Smackdown sauce because it's so spicy, it's going to smack you down right on the floor. You're going to be like, oh my God, my mouth is burning, my mouth is burning, my mouth is burning. Okay, it's not that spicy, but it's good. It's good. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work on the Smackdown sauce, okay? So right here, what we got going on is half a cup of sunflower seeds. They've been soaking for about 2 hours. And I don't have to tell you guys this, but if anyone does not know, when you're picking your sunflower seeds, make sure that they say raw on the package, because if it doesn't say raw on the package, it's not raw and it's roasted, and if it's roasted, then a lot of the minerals are cooked out of them. So you want to keep them, make sure that they're raw, so that way all the enzymes are living, all the nutrients are there, and that way there's no confusion, okay? Next we got just half a cup of water, and then we got 1 tablespoon of almond milk, and over here we have half lemon squeezed, and then this is Sriracha sauce. And what you want to do is you can use any kind of sauce you want. It's really up to you, but this is one of my favorites, so I love this stuff. It's not really truly raw, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that. And for this, you're going to use about a tablespoon as well. And then we have mellow white miso, and we're going to be using about a tablespoon of that, and about 3/4 teaspoon of some ginger. And the ginger, we usually keep our ginger in the freezer, and just because we don't use it that often, so when we do bring it out, and make sure you save off the sides, you know, before you start cutting it up. Okay, let's get this thing cracking. And the first thing we're going to do is put the seeds in the blender. Try to get all those seeds in there. They kind of stick to the sides. Okay, then we're going to be adding the water and the milk and the juice. Trying to roll through this. And then we got, ooh, the yummy goodness right there, the miso and the ginger. Okay, and then I'm going to be adding, like I said, 1 tablespoon of the spicy goodness. You don't have to use that much if you don't like it too spicy, but I like it spicy, and if you like it spicy, you add on the heat, and that's just the bottom line. If you can't take the heat, then you need to get out of the kitchen, man. Just get out, get out. All right, so we're gonna get this thing cranking. Where's my top? Ooh, I got my top. I came prepared today, folks. All right, let's get this thing cranking, and here we go. Okay, now just FYI, it wasn't spicy enough for me, so I had to put another half a tablespoon of the hot sauce in it. That's okay, that's okay, that's just me. All right, but I think we're ready to go here. Yeah, see how, that's the kind of texture you want right there. That's the good stuff right there. All right, now that we got this done, we're gonna move on over to the wraps. I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're moving on to the tapioca veggie rolls. All right, guys, so for this, you're gonna be needing some tapioca paper or tapioca wraps. And when you're doing this, when you grab this, before you go ahead and start working with this, make sure you grab one that's not cracked, because that's gonna mess up the whole thing, okay? So make sure there's no cracks on this. The next thing we're gonna need are some romaine lettuce. We got some avocados, we got some red cabbage, some cucumbers, and we got some carrots already sliced up, okay? So now the only thing you're doing with this, with the carrots, you know, it's no brainer, but just take your slicer, okay, and you just move it along the side. That's all you're doing. That's all you're doing, real fast, all right? And then once you do that, move it to the side. All right, I got most of the stuff already cut up. I just want to show you exactly what I did, okay? And then for the cucumbers, I'll just cut the end off. What I'm doing is, see, I'm just coming from the very top and just taking my knife and going straight down and then doing it again. okay? Just like that. And then once it's lined up, I'm gonna cut it again and again. You get the idea. All right. So now we got that. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on over to the cabbage. All right, now for the cabbage, what you want to do is you want to cut it in thin slices because you don't want it too big a piece, okay? Because if it's too big, then it's going to be harder to kind of put into the wraps, okay? You want to make sure that you have it pretty thin, okay? And then from here, you just take it and just kind of cut them up in smaller pieces. That way you have some nice pieces to work with, because what's going to happen is when you put it into the roll, it's got to be able to roll nicely. If you got really big pieces in there, they're going to be sticking out, and that's going to be kind of too messy. So, all right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tapioca paper, I'm going to rinse it, and I'm going to come back over here and I'll show you how to roll it. Okay, so the last thing we need to do before we start rolling this up is cut up the avocados, and these are Hass avocados. And what you want to do is just take a knife and just cut it down the middle and just kind of follow the knife all the way around the cut, just like that. And you got a perfect open seat in the middle. Boom, you're done. All right. And then you take your spoon and just kind of follow it along the skin on the inside, so that way it pops right up. All right. Now the tricky part to this is when you're cutting this up, because it has to be thin enough to roll on the wrap. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just kind of cut it nice and thin. Okay, you can see that, because you don't want it too big of clumpy pieces, because then we'll have a hard time kind of rolling. Okay, so you get the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and finish slicing these up, and then we're going to come back and start putting us all together. Alright guys, so next up is the tapioca paper, and what you want to do with this is run it underwater, and you want to do it long enough so that it becomes really pliable, almost like a fruit roll-up kind of thing, but even more pliable, and it becomes really, really flimsy. And then once you do that, you want to be really careful and set it down. What I usually do is once it's wet, I set it down, boom. That way it's all still in a circle, okay? And then you can start putting all your stuff, all your vegetables in, and then you're ready to roll it, okay? So let's get this thing cranking. Okay, so now we're back. I got it soaked up. You see how nice and flimsy that is? It's still wet. I'm just gonna lay it down nice and carefully. Just like that, okay? Then I'm gonna take my slices of avocado, and normally what I do is I wanna face them kind of like a moon shape towards each other, just like that. And this is going to be on the kind of like on the top of the circle here.
It's like the invisible wrap.
I know, you can't see it. You completely can't see it. That's why you got to be really careful with this. Okay, so now then we take our lo mein, okay, and then usually what you got to do is you got to kind of break the spine, okay, that way it rolls again nicely. And then you can start putting all your fixings in, and I'm going to start off with the cabbage, and then I'm going to put a couple of my yummy delicious cucumbers, and then see if I can put in a layer of carrots. Alright, now what you want to do is be really careful, okay? Let me scoot this back a little bit, okay? Grab the very end, okay, just like that, and then start rolling it, alright? You're going to have to use your fingers and start cutting it in. Make sure it's nice and tight. Slowly start to roll it, just like that. Anything sticking out the sides, just remove it. Then what I do is I tuck in the ends and then roll it, roll it, roll it. Yeah, buddy. And that's what I'm talking about. You see that? We're gonna put this right here. And let me get this knife and show you guys exactly what's going on. All right. Check that out, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so now we got that done. And see how nice that is? Nice and neat. Take that one piece out. And you take your dip. Just get a little scoop in there, just like that. And that is what I call some deliciousness right there. Let's give it a little taste. That is on point, guys. You gotta check this recipe out. The flavor and everything is so fresh. The carrots, the avocado really gives it a real nice complement to all the crunchy texture. So definitely something to try out, guys. Check this recipe out. Let me know what you think, y'all. And I'll see y'all next time on the Raw Food Muscle.